All right, we're gonna call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Dr. Stevens, would you take attendance?
Most certainly. Mrs. White.
Here.
Mr. White.
Here.
Ms. Soroka is absent. Ms. Donnelly. And Mr. Daniels. Here. Then we have Ms. Chang as our student board member.
Could we all stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any public comments from the floor? Fern, do we have any public comments? Thank you. Okay, I would like to welcome representatives from CS Arch to present us with the capital project.
Well, I said almost first. I said, are you first? And you're like,
That's almost first. I don't want this, I don't want confusion.
well, I'm pretty close to first.
Okay. Well, thankfully, we know Mr. Grove has a little learning to do here. All right, thank you for having us here again this evening. As you recall, I was here last month, did a PowerPoint. I was told I was a little long into it, so we're gonna make that a little succinct this evening. No, but I do have that available. Dr. Stevens has it available. If anybody wants to refer back to that PowerPoint presentation and some of the elements. What we've done is that I've handed this up to the board members, and I'll leave extras at the table on our way out. We created a one-pager for reference as to what's captured, the overall essence, the clip notes. And this should provide the board members guidance and reference as you're talking to other people in the community about the upcoming project. And Dr. Stevens has reviewed this, and feels comfortable with what it represents. So if there are questions, right away. But I talked long last time, so I brought Paul with me this evening. He's a project architect from our firm, Paul Nickerson. A few of you remember him well. And I'm going to ask Paul just to elaborate a little bit on the scope that's represented here to remind you a little bit of the context from last time.
Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Mr. Wolf. So, as the PowerPoint's been presented, I'll just read through the bullet points, and if any questions come up, please don't hesitate to ask them. So, the project's kind of split down into 5 different key kind of categories. What we call it academic programming, health and safety, infrastructure, physical education, athletics, and then site work. The project includes scope at both school buildings as well as at the bus garage. In academics, we're providing a building addition for the pre-K classrooms, 2 classrooms, renovating and reconfiguring the main lobby and adjacent office suite, providing a multi-purpose room near that lobby area, or above that lobby area, providing dedicated space for the school store in the other lobby area, providing a 2-story building addition for over at the junior high school for academics and programming, providing a 2-story building addition for 4 classrooms, providing a new library media center. The rendering on the opposite side of the handout shows the early just conceptual ideas for how that library would fit into the existing architecture. Installing retractable seating at the multi-purpose gym, or small gym, or multi-purpose room. Renovate the nurse's office for the Whitney Young Clinic. Renovating the fax classroom up on the 3rd floor, family and consumer science, and renovating sensory room space. For health and safety at the elementary school, upgrading, I'll come back to health and safety. So moving on to the physical education, athletics at the elementary school, refinishing the gym floors. At the junior high school, junior and senior high school, refinishing the gym floors as well, replacing the perimeter rubber as needed. Renovating the basement area, primarily for athletic activities, for the locker rooms and the athletic offices. Resurfacing the running track. The running track was new in 2014. timeframe. So it's at 10 years, it's at the point where it needs to be recoded. It's not a full depth tear off, but it's a recoding. And resurfacing the tennis courts. Health and safety at the elementary school, upgrading the existing electrical service. There's vintage electrical switchgear there from when the building, prior to it being a school, it was a factory building of sorts. So replacing that equipment. Replacing the remaining original water fountains, upgrading the fire alarm system in the kindergarten wing, replacing the remaining HVAC equipment in the old gymnasium. And over at the junior high school, upgrading the technology and equipment at the security command center, the entry area, improving the secure vestibule for weapon detection, replacing HVAC equipment at the basement level of the wrestling room, wrestling gymnasium, replacing domestic water heaters, water equipment, hot water equipment, serving the locker rooms. And the bus garage, replacing 2 infrared roll heaters. Other infrastructure items, the other infrastructure are similar to health and safety, but they're not designated by the state education department as technically being health and safety. So that includes things like at the elementary school, replacing the carpet and circulation desk cabinetry in the library, improving the kitchen storage for dry goods, replacing window screens in the kindergarten classrooms, replacing the roof on the kindergarten wing, replacing the kitchen sink, providing new exterior water connections, and providing new EV charging. Over at the high school, renovate first floor bathrooms and replace all bathroom toilet partitions, replace side panels at the gymnasium bleachers, upgrade interior lighting to LEDs, replacing hot water storage tanks, providing EV charging as well, upgrade auditorium theatrical lighting, and replacing select doors and hardware. Over at the bus garage, replacing existing trench drains, construction for additional bus garage parking. There's some different areas we're looking at for that, and providing EV charging for the bus garage. Then additional site work items, elementary school, relocate the pre-K kindergarten playground to accommodate building additions, replace select parking lots and sidewalks, increase parking capacity, provide durable play surfaces at the playground areas, rethinking and kind of regrading the playground area of the school. The junior senior high school, reconstructing the parking lots, including drainage, swales, guards, and providing improvements to the practice fields. And the bus garage provide additional parking for buses. General scope items. And then on the flip side of the handout is the rendering for the library at the high school, which we discussed. Over to the right is kind of the plan view of the classroom edition of the classroom wing to the south. The other rendering of the elementary school includes the pre-K classroom edition and the office suite renovations at the elementary school, and the multi-purpose plan view of the original lobby.
Important to remember that these are concepts at this point. The details have to be ironed out in the post-referendum effort. But we have spent a great deal of time with students and other administrators over the last year and a half, approaching 2 years, getting to this point of understanding what should be considered in the current capital project scope. We accomplished a lot of good things in the last project that was wrapped up. A lot of it was infrastructure. It was long overdue based on its useful life from an equipment standpoint. A lot of things are back in good operating order. And this fresh effort was to take a little bit more look, deeper dive, if you will, into the space for academics and how to better utilize spaces in the buildings with recent changes in occupancy. Dr. Stevens, anything you want to add?
No, first, I guess yes. Yes, I do want to add. First, thanks to CS Arch and their team for working over the last couple of years on putting something together. This idea of this one pager was really for you so that you had talking points, albeit not 97 talking points, but they're all here for you so that you can refer to when anyone in the public asks questions about, hey, what's this we're voting on? What are they doing? You have it in black and white in front of you now so that you can refer to it. Point them to soon the website where we'll have more information based on how you act this evening and how we move forward. Looking ahead to December, obviously this requires a vote with residents of the city to move forward. You'll see that it's got a no tax impact. If you recall from lots of our budget presentations, we are kind of in this bubble. We don't want that bubble to go down to zero and not have any debt when we get to the end of it. We want to maintain some debt. So that's why this is no impact to our taxpayers, because we have money budgeted for debt service to continue that, because we know that there will undoubtedly be constant projects that need to occur in order to keep the school and its facilities in par with everything else and in code for academics. This is an exciting project because there's a lot on here that focuses on academics. This is bringing UPK that we currently have housed in Maplewood into the district. It allows us to potentially expand that with an additional classroom at the elementary school. It allows us to look at creative space with our lobby that is kind of unused, kind of being very strategic in putting a second floor on a really tall lobby so that we can once again have a multi-purpose room. And up here, it adds more classroom space. It relocates the media center to kind of being a hub at the center of the building. One thing that is long been a concern of ours is a spot for kids to stand when it's raining or snowing outside. Oddly enough, that's not aidable to just put an overhang. You have to build something. So we're going to build something over that so that we have that space for students. But I think that it'll give a new feel to the entrance of the school and bring that new age of what does a media center and what is it use closer to the school rather than going to the third floor. So there's a lot of exciting things happening with this project. And we hope that your vote tonight affirms us moving forward. Really quick, can you just explain to them the seeker, because they're also voting on that as lead agent and identifying negative, non-something?
Okay, so SECRA is an acronym for State Environmental Quality Review Act, right? And there's a couple of actions that has to happen with that by the board in a public school environment like this. And it has to happen in a specific order. In this particular case, because there are additions involved in the proposed project and they exceed an allowable amount of square footage, it becomes what's called an unclassified action or an unlisted action. Okay, they have several bullet points of a couple categories in their world, and if it doesn't fall into those categories, it's called unlisted. Okay, so that is what you're going to be understanding this second act. The first action is to acknowledge yourselves, appoint yourselves as the lead agent, meaning that you are self-directed, you are not relying on a third-party consultant to advise you on that. You've already gone through the consultation process. So first is acknowledging yourselves, the school board, as the lead agent or the lead agency, and then acting on affirming that you are recognizing the SECRA resolution to be declared as unlisted, an unlisted action. That enables you to be able to go to a public vote. You have to have those in order in order to go to the public. To basically underscore that you've already gone through the regulatory requirements. That's the short version of it. Are there any questions on that? It's synonymous with every public school building that you see. So, but they make you redo it and repeat it every time there's a vote out from the district.
Questions?
Thank you.
Sure.
So I know this is a concept as of right now, but just looking at the floor plan, with the attendance desk, where Estelle Signor, I think at the moment at the front desk, would she be moved to the main office? Because I don't see a desk located on the front vestibule of the pre-K classroom addition.
Well, double concept, so, possibly could relocate to the secure vestibule. And visitors could access the front door of the elementary school. We do plan on doing some site work on that loop area and potentially add visitor parking because our parking lot's rather tight, and keeping only staff parking in the parking lot in the back. So that is the potential that could happen. Doesn't work out that way. The desk isn't going anywhere. She could also stay at the desk that she's at. If you're looking at the UPK entrance to the other side, that's actually a location for the UPK administrator and secretary, in our case, secretary and registrar. So they would have another secure entrance at that location, so that UPK has almost a separate entrance that they could go in and out of, and there'll be somebody there to answer the door as well.
Thank you.
Sure.
I'll point out that once a vote is authorized, it's gonna be a while before we actually construct. So designs will be finalized, and I'll suggest to you that in another year and a half of operation of the school, you're gonna find differences then that you can't think of this evening. So those adjustments can absolutely be entertained and made as needed. We've actually designed spaces where somebody's changed the use of that space before, when it was on paper, and then before it was occupied.
What did you call me out for?
So it's a very fluid process, but we got to get to the district resident authorization first.
Yeah, that's why, essentially the vote is listing all of these as potential options and not giving us a very definitive way that it's gonna look.
If we've gone one step further in this is in color. We've gotten to a point where conceptual renderings, we present a lot of times in black and white because we don't want people to be hung up on the color of what the building is. It's a shiny object, you get so sidetracked, right? So I just underscore pretty heavily that these are conceptual at this moment. We've looked at them from a program standpoint as to what we're looking to accomplish, working up against the dollar value.
But I insist on color.
There it is.
You gotta see it.
Anything
Anything
else? Our conversations aren't colorful, you're right.
else?
We very much appreciate the long tenure relationship we have with the district and the opportunity to continue working for years forward here.
Appreciate it.
Okay?
Thank you.
Would you like us to stick around in case any questions arise or not?
You already know that.
Have a good night.
Take care. Have a great night.
Thank you.
I will leave the volleyball game on your way out. Make a donation.
I will leave these extra copies back here for anybody who would like.
Dr. Stevens, would you like to present us with your report?
Absolutely, sure. So, on the heels of that, once again, thanks to them from CSRs for coming out. Appreciate that. If you do have questions, please feel free to shoot them my way. Happy to give answers. Same goes for any community members. As this becomes public and we start talking about logistics, should have mentioned this before. The whole bus garage is one of those logistic things. We have dollars assigned to renovating the current bus garage and then potentially building a different bus garage. So we're keeping our options open as to what that could potentially look like down the road. But
What is down the road?
in the next year or two, when we find a little bit more about electrification of
I
school
don't even need
buses.
just that, like, so we vote on this, when does this
Oh, so this
start to
goes,
come to life?
so this, once you vote, it goes to state aid planning. And then it goes to facilities.
Facilities plan.
And facilities planning that approves that this is a project that they would grant permission. We've been pre-approved. That takes a couple weeks, couple months, and then they start the actual drafting of blueprints and designs, and that could take another year. So it's gonna be some time. You won't see shovels in the ground for at least 2 years. Yeah. It takes some time. Fiona will not be here by the time it gets done.
Well, you never know, I might come back for a
You,
visit.
yeah, as an alumni, you'll be here, yes. Other agenda items. On today's agenda, you'll also see some stuff that focuses on safety. One of our commitments as a district and as the board has been to focus on the safety of students and staff. That started this summer with the purchase of metal detectors. One of the things that we've also embedded was a new position, a safety and security monitor. That position is being created on tonight's agenda. An individual is being appointed on today's agenda. It's also being appointed by the Civil Service Commission in the city of Waterloo. So exciting to focus a little bit on safety. And just really quick, defer to Mr. Faust to give a brief update on how safe the building is.
I always use Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day as a unspoken, first part of the school year. And I've said out loud that if you can get to Columbus Day in one piece, then you're doing something right. And I've said it at the last board meeting, I'll say it again. The start of the school year with all the new safety measures and precautions we put in place has gone great. Staff, students, faculty, everybody has been more than receptive. I've been at the front door for football games. I've been at the front door Monday through Friday for school, as well as the superintendents. They have, it's been as seamless as possible. We integrated our new campus safety and security monitor, Mr. Coyne. He's been a lovely addition to our team. And the overall start to the school year has been great. It's been nice to no longer talk about yonder pouches and metal detectors and smart pads ad nauseum. We're talking about what's happening in classrooms. We're talking about what's happening in gyms and fields, and it's been an awesome start. So thank you everyone for your support, and we look forward to keeping this as smooth as possible moving forward.
Thanks. At your place setting is a copy of the annual report from Capital Region BOCES. Some great reading in there talks about some of the opportunities and endeavors that Capital Region BOCES has put forth. Feel free to read that at your bedside table. Couple other updates. One is you're leaving tonight. Please stop by the volleyball game. They are doing some volleyball for a cause. One of our first grade students has brain cancer, and they are raising money to support brain cancer research and whatnot. So if you would like to stop by, I was told to wear yellow, I forgot, but you can visit them. They are all donned in yellow today. Last Friday night was the start of our senior nights for the fall season. Congratulations to our senior football players and our cheerleaders, being one of them. And this week we kick off more of them. Tomorrow is girls soccer. Thursday is boys soccer, and then the next Thursday will be volleyball and golf. Speaking of golf, Jack Sierra, one of our only senior golf player, was in the sectional match today as an individual. At one point, he was up to 36th out of 107. He didn't finish that high, but congratulations to him for making it there and doing us proud on our inaugural, or our start of this is our first Waterloo League golf.
Oh, yeah, tech team, yes.
Yes.
Not our first Waterloo golfer.
Not our first Waterloo League golfer. We did a merged sport with another district at one point, but first team. Other than that, we do have the NISBA conference next Thursday through Saturday. Don't tell anybody that we won't be here for a couple days, but hopefully we can work out logistics afterwards. And at your place setting is a pin, a little Waterloo League pin that we had made, and you can wear it with pride. I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Stevens. The committee reports, the audit committee has nothing to report, although I think we will be meeting soon. Now the
Yes.
audit's complete.
Yes, the
So-
audit's due tomorrow. It'll be accepted by the board in November. The audit committee should be prior to that board meeting.
And we have nothing to report for the policy committee. So, Ms. Chang, would you like to present the student council report, please?
Okay, Okay, so first, Jordan and I went to the Student Board of Education training on the 17th of September, and we wanted to thank Dr. Stevens for sending us to the training, and also Capital Region BOCES for conducting it. We were able to meet a lot of other student representatives, and it was very informative. And then school pictures were taken on September 11th and 12th, and Upstate Images has already sent us the picture packages, and they have been distributed. Student IDs have also arrived, and they will also be distributed this week. Picture retake is October 30th. Hudson Valley Community College Instant Admission Day is Thursday, October 16th. Seniors will have the opportunity to be interviewed and accepted to Hudson Valley Community College here at Waterloo during school day. Thank you to the Hudson Valley admissions team and to our school counselors for putting all this together. And then we celebrated Spirit Week last Monday through Friday. We had a great pep rally Friday, and then we had the homecoming football game. And then we closed the week with the homecoming dance on Saturday. Thank you to Ms. Fronzak and the Cannoneer Club for their hard work. And then Delilah Oliver, a graduate from UAlbany, will be meeting with one of our government classes and the student council to discuss her study. Her work focuses on what 19th Street looks like now and what it might be able to look like in the future. We're very excited about this opportunity as she's specifically looking for student input and involvement. We thank both Dr. Stevens and Ms. Oliver for allowing us to participate and for recognizing the importance of our voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Board discussions. Does anybody have anything? No. I think the only thing I have is I just want to mention congratulations to Mrs. Bassett. She, I think on the 6th, had a baby girl.
Just by one day.
So I just want to send the congratulations to her. And moving on, I'm going to ask for consent agenda on items 1 through 17, 19 through 47. Could I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Brian, could I get a second?
I'll second.
Victoria, anything on the motion? All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion is passed. Item 18, resolve that the board appoint the following staff as listed below as Waterloo Club advisors for the 2025-26 school year at the rate as per contract as recommended by the superintendent. I am going to recuse myself from this vote. Could I get a motion?
I'll make one.
Kyle, could I get a second?
I'll second.
Victoria, anything on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, the motion has passed. I am going to recommend that we adjourn the meeting at 6:29 p.m. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Victoria, could I get a second?
I'll second.
Kyle, anything on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, the motion has passed. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.